Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Ole Miss Rebels. The Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yes, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius.
He's going to go for a big one. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Riddick. And an explosive play, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Quick completion to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Ole Miss offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on it early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. At the 35, he's loose. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily...
Oh, look out! The 20! Touchdown, Rebels! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
And the defense was trying to figure out all the options and try to get everything stopped, and the quarterback said, you better stop me first. He takes the football, takes it to the house. How about this QB making magic happen with his feet?
Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Got his man downfield. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw it again. Makes a grab over the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The run from the shotgun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. At the 45 on its way. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And the Rebels in the hurry up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
That makes the score Alabama 14, Ole Miss 10.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
On second down, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. They feed him again. Turns it on in midfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Rebels will have it first and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of football.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. They'll try the run. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Two third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And on 4th down. Finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Not going to risk a return here, he'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Riddick. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's going to throw deep right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really... Going up top. Makes the catch at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Tide. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Trying to barge their way in. And he'll be brought down.
And they got him on the ground just short of the 1-yard line. The running back, you could tell he wanted to get in there, wanted to use his power and try to fall forward, but a nice job of tackling by the defense and making that thing fall just short.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it first and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly complete. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. At the 20, he's got space. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Rebels want to move quickly. Wants to throw on third down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense up.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He'll run it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's going to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The first down sack. Back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Trying to find his man on first down. It's complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground that didn't.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Inside a minute to go here in the third. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Finds his man. It's Riddick. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their third sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Balls at the 13. Give to the running back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a back.
Just steamrolling the defense. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. He wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight?
Holds it in on the left. Can anyone catch him? Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got him in the flat.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. First and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. Torch today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses to 40. Afterburners coming. The 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. They want to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not...
Lost one deep down the right side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a